welcome inside KATO Gymnasium. Lee Patterson with you for the Eastern Arizona College men's basketball season tip-off here tonight against the visiting Buccaneers from Park University. Starting lineups are being announced. The lineups for Park University, the Buccaneers. Coach Armstrong, a 5'8 guard, number 10, Jacob Finiello. A 5'9 guard, number 11, Demarion Cunningham. A 6'3 forward, number 23, Will Morgan. And a 6'3 forward, number 25, Daniel Lewis. And a 6'4 forward, number 40, Xavier Hall. The starting lineup for your Eastern Arizona College Gila Monsters tonight, a 6'6 forward from Portland, Oregon, number 2, Rayshawn Seamster. A 5'11 guard from Portland, Oregon, number 3, Roy Bunn. A 6'8 freshman forward from the Netherlands, number 23, Frake Weinolds. A 6'3 sophomore from Peoria, Arizona, number 24, J.J. White Jr., and a 6'9 sophomore forward from Davis, California, number 33, Theo Sang. The Gila Monsters are coached tonight by Cam Turner, assisted by Chris Martin and Sam Daly. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. Season tip-off across college basketball everywhere. Eastern Arizona College wearing their home white uniforms tonight with purple and gray trim. The Buccaneers are in their road gold and maroon. The officials tonight, Eugene Edgerson, Charles Blue, and William Colgrove will have the call here tonight. Eugene Edgerson, former Harlem Globetrotter and former University of Arizona forward. You've seen him around. He's been a NJCAA official, I don't know, the past 5, maybe 6 years here in this one. Non-conference season opener here for the Monsters. Cameron Turner taking over the men's program after a very successful stint as the women's coach here at Eastern Arizona College. And he has put together what he tells me is an exciting basketball team. Doing the in the jump circle for the Monsters from the Netherlands is 6'8 Frake Weinolds. He will jump with 23, Will Morgan. The toss, the tap, won by Park University into the front court, right to left. Picked up by Lewis out on top. He'll swing it right side. Now back out on top to Cunningham. Cunningham will run the point, man-to-man defense by the Monsters. Swings it left side. Hands it off out on top to Lewis. Lewis tries to drive the lane, help defense, knocks it away. Lewis gets it back in the lane, running floater too hard for Finiello, and it's pulled down by the Monsters. Rayshawn Seamster. Into the hands of Roy Bunn, the 5'11 freshman from Portland. Will run the point, gets it off to Sang. Right side now, and a whistle away from the basketball. A 3-second violation called down low on the big man, Weinolds. Camped out in the paint. It'll be a turnover back to the Buccaneers. Just underway, no score here from Eastern Arizona College's KATO Gymnasium. Into the front court, Demarion Cunningham with the basketball for the Buccaneers. Guarded out on top by J.J. White Jr. He's a transfer from Central Arizona College. He's played in this league before. Very successful. Steal by Singh on the backdoor pass. Into the hands of Bunn. Quickly up to White. Down low to Weinolds. He looks low. Double team. Back into the lane to Bunn. Up and good. Count it. The hoop and the harm for Roy Bunn, the 5'11 freshman. He'll go to the line to shoot the one. Daniel Lewis with the foul. That'll be his first and the first team foul, and Bunn to the line. He scores the first points of the 2022 season for the Monsters and also get the first foul shot attempt. Fires in and out, no good. Pulled down by Will Morgan Lewis for the Buccaneers. Now into the hands of Will Morgan, top of the key. Morgan swings it around left side. Cunningham, he's going to spot up from the wing for a three. Hits the front iron, no good, but nobody chases it down in White as Lewis will fire up a long one, nothing there. Sang with the good box out, and the Monsters will bring it back left to right. Into the front court, Sang leaves it off to White. White around far side to Seamster. Seamster tries to find Weinolds down low, and it's out of his hands, out of bounds. Turnover back to the Buccaneers. 18:32 to play first half, 2-0. Monsters on top here early on. Monsters have been to a couple of jamborees so far. couple of white, gold, white, purple scrimmages. But this is the first time against a team and a carrying violation out on top by Cunningham. Good defense there by Watt. As I was mentioned earlier, he played at Central Arizona College last year, shot 44% from three in this league last year. So he knows what it takes to play in the ACCAC. His sister was also a standout guard last year on the Eastern's women's team. Sang with the basketball, gets a high ball screen, comes left between the circles, right side to White. White's going to shoot that, fires it on the way. Good. J.J. White for three. We'll see plenty of that this year from him, as we mentioned, almost on cue, a 44% shooter from downtown. Into the front court, Morgan with the basketball, out on top now to Hall. Hall goes left on the dribble, double team comes, gets it off to Cunningham. Cunningham drives right, gets into the paint, running floater is blocked, but a foul going to be called as Bunn came through. Kind of grabbed the arm and pulled him to the court, and that's going to be the first on Bunn, the first team foul. I'm going to say it was in the act of shooting, so the Buccaneers will go to the line to shoot a pair. Demarion Cunningham, 5'9", to the line to shoot two. Getting set to check in for the Monsters, the 6'6" sophomore from Lehigh, Utah. First one no good by Cunningham. This is Rylan Van Komen. He'll replace Weinolds. And now Cunningham back to the line for the Buccaneers. First, that one is up and good. First points of the contest for Park, and it's a 5-1 Monster lead, 17:42 to play here in the first half. Bunn works it up into the front court, loses the handle. Van Komen pulls it down low to Sang. He's in the lane, jump stop, lefty off glass, no good, but the follow dunk by Ray Sean Seamster. He saw it coming off the rim, went hard with two hands and put it down for the enthusiastic 2 points, 7-1. Monsters on top. Cunningham into the front court, comes left, now back right against White, out on top to Finiello. Finiello looks left, now right, and he's going to be fouled on a hand check by Bunn. That's going to be two on Bunn, and coach is going to have to go to the bench and get somebody into the game for Roy Bunn, and that will be the Mesa, Arizona native 6'4" guard Talbert Camard. Mesa High graduate, also into the Park University lineup, 22. Devin Irving, 6'4", replacing Daniel Lewis. It'll be Buccaneer basketball, front court right, Finiello to inbound. Lobs it into backcourt, stolen away by Van Komen for a second, but chased down by Will Morgan into the hands of Cunningham. Cunningham brings it across for the Buccaneers. Eastern with a 7-1 lead. White goes right, gets around the hedge. Jump from the right elbow and buries it for Cunningham. 7-3, Monsters on top. Sang into the front court, left side to Seamster. Seamster back to Sang in the lane. He'll reverse it near side to Camard. Now back on top to White. Thinks about the three, now drives, leaves it off down low to Seamster, and he'll go up two hands and dunk it home. The 6'6" freshman showing hops early. 9-3 Monsters lead, 16.5 to play in the first half. Into the front court. Devin Irving with it. He's going to try a long three straight away off the bench and into the scorebook for three for the Buccaneers. Makes it 9-6. Monsters by three, 16-14 to play first half. Camard into the front court, gets around the defender. Down low to Sang. He'll go to the glass and score it. Theo Sang. Played at Sacramento State last year. Those University of Arizona Wildcat fans remember him. He got in, scored 6 points against the Wildcats in their early season matchup. Top of the key now, Hall with the basketball. He'll drive right against Van Komen, and he's going to be fouled on a weak side reach-in by Seamster, who tried to come across for some help and got caught out of position. That'll be his first, third team foul. Into the Buccaneer lineup will be number 15, Jamel Brown, as well as 21, Jamison Crispin. Buccaneer basketball. Cunningham quickly in off the left side, up and no good. Around and off by Brown. Pulled down by the Monsters. Camard with it left side. Into the front court. Monsters holding an 11-6 lead. Long three by Camard is short, but a traveling violation going to be called against him as he cupped the basketball and then hopped. Into the Eastern lineup, 0 to Ray Seamster, the brother of Rayshawn. He's replacing his brother, so Seamster for Seamster. Also into the Park lineup, number 33, James Johnson. It'll be Buccaneer basketball, backcourt right, 15:40 to play, first half, 11-6. Monsters on top of Park University here in the season opener. Johnson inbound, lobs it into the backcourt to Crispin. He'll bring it up against Kamard, top of the key. Backs it up near this time stripe. Monsters man-to-man. Left side now to Irving. Irving goes right, gets a lane, pulls up from about 17 and buries it. He's 2 for 2 from the floor, just a two-pointer. And it's an 11-8 Monster lead with 15 minutes to play in the first half. J.J. White back the other way, going to fire a three. That's around and off, no good. Seamster high for the rebound for the Monsters. He'll reverse, gets to the lane, puts it up and in for DeRay Seamster. 13-8, Monsters on top here over Park University. Talking to Coach Cam Turner this week, he said, we're going to pride ourselves on defense. Another long shot from Irving. That won't go. Pulled down, though, by the Buccaneers. Into the hands of Brown. Stolen away by White. White, length of the floor, coast to coast. Blocked on the way up, and a foul going to be called. White kind of got caught in the air. Hung there for long enough to get the foul called on 21, Jamison Crispin. His first, second team foul. And to the line to shoot a pair for the Monsters will be J.J. White Jr. 6'3", from Peoria. He's a sophomore. Saw him twice last year playing for Central Arizona. First free throw is short. Into the Monsters lineup will be 20, Dallin Morgan, a 6'9" freshman from Salem, Oregon. At first look at this Monsters team is the height that they have this year. Cam Turner went out and got some size this year. White's second free throw, around and out, no good. Pulled down far side by Jamel Brown for the Buccaneers. He'll bring it up himself, right side into the front court. He's trapped there. Now goes right, tries to cross over Seamster, gets into the lane, kicks it to Cunningham, left corner, gets around White. Reverse layup is blocked on the way up, but hooked up by Johnson. Johnson fires from 15. That's too hard over the rim and pulled down in the corner by Devin Irving. And the officials are going to blow the whistle and say that put the shot clock at 20 seconds. Into the Monster lineup, number 1, Noah Agoli from Tualatin, Oregon. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Just a shot clock change, no foul. Into the front court. Irving with it now for the Buccaneers. Right side, drives, kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson thinks about it, cups it, drives, kicks it back out on top now to Crispin. 11 seconds to shoot. One-on-one against Kamard out on top. Now goes right, picked up by Van Komen. Into the lane, step back, jumper on the way, back iron, and it falls for 21, Jamison Crispin. Cuts the Monster lead to 3, 13-10 with 13:50 to play in the first half. Kamard into the front court, left side to Seamster. Seamster drives, spins, lefty off the glass and good for DeRay Seamster. That's twice he's been able to get into the paint at 6'3" and put it up and in. 15-10 Monsters, 13.5 to play first half here from Eastern Arizona College. Buccaneers trying to slow it down, set up some offense. This Eastern defense has been pretty smothering here in the first half. Cunningham with the ball, left corner, fakes the three, drives in the lane to Johnson. Johnson looks for the back door, loses the handle, and drives to the lane, and he traveled with the basketball. It was going to either be a double dribble or a travel. Into the Park lineup, 20, Joel Knight, 5'11". Both teams have really gone deep into the bench. It looks like everybody dressed tonight for Eastern has got in already. Maybe one or two still sitting down at the end of the bench, but Park has used everybody they've brought tonight. Backdoor cut to Seamster. He's going to go reverse and lay it up and in. And a timeout called by Park University. 13:04 to play first half. It's Eastern 17 and Park 10. We'll be back after this timeout.
Hi, my name is Cameron Turner. This is my first season as the men's head basketball coach. But previously, I've been coaching the women's program for the last 5 years. Describe my team in one word: it's tenacity. My team is hungry, it's humble, and it's thankful for the opportunity to be here at EAC. They have great energy every day. They're positive, and they're willing to fight for EAC. A small expression I have for my team is to give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift. That's a famous quote from a famous American distance runner, Steve Prefontaine. I can say goodbye to you. You got to do your best day in and day out. I want to see all of you there. Come out and see us play. Go Monsters!
Welcome back inside KATO Gymnasium. Lee Patterson with you. Thanks for joining us tonight on the Eastern Arizona College Athletics YouTube page as we tip off college basketball season. Eastern leads Park 17-10. A nice move up and in to make it 17-12 for Jamel Brown. And Park not going away, but Seamster back the other way. Has been a mismatch since he's been on the floor. He's got 6, and it's 19-12. Monsters on top. 12.5 to play here in the first half. Johnson with the ball into the corner. Brown fires a 3, back iron, no. Seamster there for another rebound for Eastern. Lobs it out to Kamard on the run, near side. Down low to Van Komen. He has it stripped by Brown. Brown's been a difference maker for Park so far here in the first half. Into the front court. Brown works against the goalie out on top. Now step back for a 3 on the way. Too hard and pulled down by Dallin Morgan for the Monsters. Into the hands of Seamster. Seamster will walk it up right side. Calls a set play. Swings it on top to Van Komen. Van Komen to Kamard. Kamard sets for a 3 straight away. Back iron won't go. And chased down in the corner by Jamison Crisbin for the Buccaneers. He'll drive length of the floor against Kamard. Wild shot off the backboard won't go. Van Komen with the rebound. Leaves it to Seamster. DeRay Seamster, 6'3" freshman guard. Into the front court, right side, works against Johnson. Goes left around a Van Komen screen. Now picks up his dribble and needs some help. Finds Van Komen down on the right block. Gets to the glass, off and good for Van Komen. The 6'6" sophomore from Lehigh, Utah, puts it up and in for his first collegiate points here at Eastern Arizona College. 21-12, Monsters lead, 11-13 to play first half. To the glass, up and under, rolls off no good, and out of bounds off of the Buccaneers, back to Eastern on their rebound. Back into the Eastern lineup, number 33, Theo Sang, and into the Park University lineup, number 14, Mario Vasquez. 21-12, Eastern leads almost halfway through this first half here from KATO Gymnasium. Sang with the basketball, left side to Seamster. Seamster comes right around a screen, gets caught in the lane, kicks it out to Sang, the big man for 3, in and out, no good, and pulled down by a jumping Devin Irving. He'll bring it into the front court, top of the key, left side to Crisbin. Fake thinks about the 3. Now in the lane, poked away, stolen by Seamster. Seamster on the run, 3-on-1, leaves it for Sang. He's in a double team, but then spins through it and puts it up and in for Theo Sang. That's one thing Eastern's able to do this year. If they get to the basket and a turnover on the inbound as Crisbin couldn't hang on to it, it'll be back to Eastern Arizona College. Rayshawn Seamster back into the lineup, replacing Kamard. So we've got both Seamsters, Sang, a goalie, and Dallin Morgan on the floor for Eastern Arizona now. We'll put 20 on the shot clock, 10:27 to play first half. Eastern leads 23-12 over Park University. I'm Lee Patterson. Thanks for joining us tonight on YouTube. A goalie will let the ball roll into the backcourt before he picks it up. Gets a screen out on top by Morgan. Pulls up right, elbow on the way. Front iron no good. Seamster there for the rebound. Put back is too hard, but the tip in by Morgan is good on the two-hand touch. And the scoreboard is not correct. It should be 24-12, correct? 25-12, but the scoreboard says 2-12. Vasquez into the front court. Down low, stolen away by Seamster. On the pass, Seamster into the front court. Back to Sang, down low, pump fake. He'll go up strong, misses the dunk, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. 9:51 to play here in the first half. The foul will be on number 20, Joel Knight, his first, third team foul. And Theo Sang at the line to shoot. First one is up and good for Sang. And they just realized that the scoreboard was not correct. And Cam Turner, the head coach, has gone over to make sure that the home scorer has the score correct. And so it should be 26-12. There it is. Weinolds back into the Monster lineup. Frank Weinolds. Yeah. The second free throw up and good by Sang as well. And so J.J. White will come back into the Eastern lineup, replacing DeRay Seamster. Makes it 27-12 as Sang hits them both. Vasquez will bring it into the front court for the Buccaneers. Left side, here comes the trap out on top. Gets it to Hall for a long three, no good. Rebounded by Seamster. Gets it off to a goalie. It brings it into the front court, left to right for the Monsters. Gets a screen from Weinolds, now on top to Sang, left side to White. White comes right around a screen, back to Seamster, left corner. Gets it to Sang on the left block. He faces the basket, spins to the glass, and one for Theo Sang. Count the basket. The foul will go on 21. Jamison Crispin, his second. And Sang to the line to shoot the and one for the Monsters. Quick feet for the big man down low for Eastern. Caught the ball, immediately goes into the spin move, and long enough to finish easily. Free throw is up and good for Sang. 30-12, Monsters starting to stretch the lead now with 9:20 to play in the first half. Vasquez into the front court. He's trapped on the far side, on top to Hall. Hall swings it around into the corner. Three ball on the way from Irving. Can't hit. Rebounded by a goalie for the Monsters. A goalie pushes it center floor. Now slows it down. On top to Sang, the big man. NBA three on the way. Buries it home for three. Theo Sang. That's a Trey Sang. It'll be 33-22, Monsters on top now. Starting to loosen up offensively after kind of a slow start for Eastern. On top, Crispin with it, down low to Hall. Pump fake against Weinolds. Gets him in the air and one. Pump fake by Xavier Hall. Got Winans in the air. That'll be the first on Frank Weinolds. Into the Park lineup will be Cunningham. Replacing Vasquez. To the line for the first time tonight is Hall. 6'4" center. Puts it up and in for the Buccaneers. 33-15, Monsters lead. 8:38 to play here in the first half. Sang into the front court, has his pocket picked at midcourt. To the glass and jams it home. Jamel Brown. You get your pocket picked at midcourt. That's usually what's going to happen at this level, 33-17. Ogoli into the front court to Sang, near side. He throws it away, but it's last touched by Devin Irving, and it will stay with Eastern front court right with 20 on the shot clock. Rayshawn Seamster to inbound. Into a goalie into the backcourt. Goes left around a high ball screen. On top to Sang. Sang comes right on the dribble, spins left, throws it away. Into the hands of Irving. Irving against a goalie to the glass and one. Noah Agoli got underneath and a technical foul called against Park University. Devin Irving for taunting. So Eugene Edgerson talking it over here at midcourt with the officials to see how this is going to happen. The and one is shot after the technical foul, I think. So let's see. So now the officials got it right. So a Class A technical foul on 22, Devin Irving. So it is a personal foul and a team foul. And so a goalie will pick up the foul for Eastern. And so Theo Sang will go to the line to shoot the technical foul for the Monsters. And since it's a Class A technical thing, Theo saying we'll get 2 shots. Kamard into the lineup, replacing a goalie. And now Sang back to the line to shoot the second technical free throw for the Monsters. That one's up and good as well for him. Now we'll go back to the other end of the floor, and Devin Irving will shoot his and 1 free throw. So 35-19, Monsters lead, 8:07 to play. First game of the year, and so already so much, so many technical things. Not just a foul, but so many technical things on the very first ball game of the year. Makes the table ready to go. Irving's free throw too hard, in and out, and it's going to be out of bounds off of the Buccaneers on the rebound. Be back to the Monsters, 8:05 to play. In the first half, Eastern with a 35-19 lead over Park University. Into the front court. Talbot Kamard on top to Weinolds. Weinolds swings around right side to White. White comes left. Picks up his dribble down to Weinolds. Right block. He'll spin. He'll go to the bucket strong and jam it home. Two-handed for Frake Reynolds from the Netherlands. 37-19. Monsters on top. Strong move by Weinolds down low. Hall with the basketball on top, near side to Irving. Irving holds it at his hip, now goes right, swings it to Hall. Hall thinking about the 3, back to Irving, who's thinking about the 3. He'll come left against Sang, swings it around left side to Crisbin, to the glass, quickly off to Brown. He did not hit any rim, I don't think. I didn't think that ball hit rim. That's going to be a shot clock violation. And a turnover back to the Monsters into the Eastern Arizona College lineup. Another 6'9" forward from Busselton, Australia, number 34, Lee Rickwood Pitt. Eastern has 4 guys that stand 6'9" on the roster this year. 7:16 to play, first half. Eastern leads 37-19. Kamard with the basketball. After tonight, Monsters will not be at home until the 11th of November. Rickwood Pitt in the lane. His turnaround jumper won't go. Seamster gets the rebound. His follow high off the glass and good for Rayshawn Seamster. Big night for the Seamsters here in their debut. Near steal at midcourt, but Cunningham gets around it, gets it to Crispin, and he travels with the basketball. Be a turnover back to Eastern Arizona College. 6:47 to play first half, 39-19. At the break, we'll have a complete rundown of the first half stats in this one. We'll talk a little bit about the Eastern schedule as well. Kamard with the basketball, works one-on-one against Crispin in the backcourt. Off to Weinolds. Weinolds draws the double team, and he's going to be fouled on a reach-in. The foul will be on 21. Jamison Crispin, his third. Into the Buccaneers lineup, number 10, Jacob Finiello. Eastern will inbound front court left on top to Talbot. Talbot gets a screen from Rickwood Pitt, leaves it to Seamster. He's going to drive, two-handed dunk to the rack. Rayshawn Seamster. The Monsters high flying this year into the front court, and a steal by Seamster, picked up by Kamard to White to Seamster in the lane, lefty, good. Rayshawn Seamster once again. 43-19, and the Monsters have put the pedal to the floor here with 6:06 to play in the first half. Into the front court, Irving with a jumper, and he's going to be fouled by Weinolds as Weinolds got a little bit too aggressive, came down on top of the head of Irving, so Irving will go to the line to shoot 2, the second on Weinolds. 7th team foul. So the Buccaneers are in the bonus. 6 minutes to play in the first half. First one is back iron, no good for Irving. Into the Eastern lineup, 20, Dallin Morgan replacing Weinolds. And now Irving back to the line for his second. Second one is up and good. 43-20, Monsters by 23 with 5:55 to play in the first half. Kamard into the front court. Park extending their defense, trying to set up the trap. Back to Kamard. On top now to Morgan. Morgan faces the basket. He'll drive to a cutting Seamster who dunks it home. Two-handed for Rayshawn Seamster. Man, is he long at 6'6". He can get to the basket. Into the front court. Steal by Seamster, but picked up by Finiello. Back right side. Three ball on the way. Short by Crispin. Rebounded in the lane. Down low. Reverse layup is up. In and out. No good by Daniel Lewis. And pulled down by Rickwood Pitt. Into the front court. A long pass to Morgan. Morgan in the lane to Seamster. Seamster kicks it back out to White. He'll fire the three. Good for J.J. White. 48-20. Monsters on top with 4:56 to play in the first half. Cunningham into the front court. Swings it around right side to Crispin. Crispin out against Kamard, top of the key. Man-to-man defense, swings it around near side to Irving. Irving gets a screen, now goes left, fires a long jumper on the way. Good, just a two for Devin Irving. 48-22, Monsters in the lead with 4.5 to play in the first half. Kamard with it, left side to White. White sets his feet for another three. Good. J.J. White. Shot 44% last year in this league at Central Arizona College, and looks like he's going to do more of the same this year. Finiello loses the handle, but picks it back up in the lane, off to Cunningham. Running floater in the lane. Lefty is good for Demarion Cunningham. 51-24, Monsters with a commanding lead, 4 minutes to play in the first half. Kamard with it, gets a screen for Rickwood Pitt. Left side now to Morgan in the lane. Lefty, reverse, won't go. Rickwood Pitt with the follow, but a foul on the first shot. Morgan will go to the line to shoot two. The foul will go on 10. Jacob Finiello, that is his first. And that'll put to number 20, Dallin Morgan at the line, the 6'9" freshman forward from Salem, Oregon. Going to the line, looking for his first points of the night. Oh, check that. Has 2 points. Make it 3 as he sinks that one. Xavier Hall back into the Park University lineup, replacing Crispin.
Hall returns for the Bucks.
And now Morgan back to the line. Free throw is up and good.
Into the lineup for the Monsters.
Kamard coming back to the bench, and DeRay Seamster back into the lineup. Full court pressure now by the Monsters. 3:49 to play first half, leading 53-24. Cunningham into the front court, works against White, goes right around to Hall screen, pulls up from about 16, front iron, good. Count the basket. The foul gonna go on whom? The foul will go on 24, J.J. White Jr., his first. Count the basket. Makes it 53-26, and Cunningham to the line for the Buccaneers. Free throws up and good for him. 53-27, Monsters lead, 3.5 to play in the first half. Seamster into the front court, gets around the defender, goes all the way to the glass, throws it up and in. So far tonight, if DeRay Seamster gets to the glass on that side, it's gone in. The Seamster brothers with a big debut here tonight. We'll get a complete stat recap at the half. Irving into the front court. Top of the key. Gets a screen, now goes back right. Long jumper, front iron won't go. Rickwood Pitt with the rebound. Off to Seamster, leaves it to his brother DeRay. Into the front court, left side. Gets a screen, uses it, comes right with it, leaves it to Morgan. Morgan to Seamster, right side. Seamster thinks about it, now gives it give and go to Morgan, stolen away by the Buccaneers. Into the hands of Daniel Lewis. Leaves it back to Cunningham. Into the front court. Works against White, way out on top. Gets a screen from Hall, fights through it, goes left, pulls up from the left elbow, and good. Cunningham has been able to get to the elbow and hit some open jumpers tonight for the Buccaneers. 55-29, Eastern on top. White into the front court on top to Morgan. Morgan left side to Seamster. Seamster comes right on the dribble, gets into the lane. Reverse layup, no good, but a foul going to be called. He'll go to the line to shoot a pair. The foul will go on 25, Daniel Lewis. That is his second. And to the line to shoot a pair, number 2, Rayshawn Seamster, the 6'6 freshman from Portland, Oregon. 12 points tonight for him. First trip to the foul line tonight. And Cunningham going to come to the bench limping a little bit. He just hit that last jumper, but now he's headed to the bench. Hopefully it's just a cramp for him. Kind of stretching out his leg. And Seamster to the line to shoot a pair. Eastern Arizona College head athletic trainer Steve Orm will head over and check on Cunningham. Free throw is in for Seamster. Now the second one on the way for Seamster is up and good. Back into the Eastern lineup, number 15, Rylan Van Komen. So Eastern on paper has a ton of freshmen, but they are older freshmen. Into the front court, Buccaneers. Finiello with it. Right side to Hall. Long jumper on the way is short. Seamster with the rebound. He clears for the Monsters. Off to DeRay. DeRay pushes it into the front court. Left side, gets to the glass, ducks his shoulder, and he's going to be called for the travel. I thought he drugged that foot just a little bit as he got to the paint. Turnover back to the Buccaneers. 2:05 to play in the first half. 57-29. Both teams in the bonus. As we were mentioning, Eastern has some older freshmen. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 freshmen that are over the age of 19. Hall with the basketball, baseline left, goes to work against Rickwood Pitt. He can't hit the shot, but a foul going to be called against number 34, Lee Rickwood Pitt, the 6'9 freshman from Busselton, Australia. Not a city in Australia I've been to. Been up and down the east coast of Australia. That's the first foul on him. But I have not been to Busselton. Free throw in and out for Hall, no good. And Hall will get another. That one on the way. In and out, no good. Rickwood Pitt there for the rebound. Under 2 minutes to play first half. 57-29, Monsters on top. A goalie back into the lineup. He's got the ball, gives it to Rickwood Pitt. Backdoor to Seamster. Two-handed dunk for Rayshawn Seamster. If you're not in front of him when he catches the ball, he is going up and over. Hall with the basketball. Turnaround jumper from the elbow won't go. A goalie chases it down in the corner for the Monsters. Long outlet to Seamster. He'll go reverse layup. He can't hit the shot, and he gets hit in the side of the face and goes crashing into the padding underneath the basket. He'll be checked on by his buddy Van Komen. The foul will go on 22. Irving, that is his first. And a timeout called by Eastern Arizona College. 1:23 to play here in the first half. Monsters 59, Buccaneers 29. We'll be back after this timeout.
Hello, my name is Angelica DePaolo. I'm the head coach for women's basketball. This is my third year here. I was 2 years assistant coach, and now this is going to be my first year as the head coach. You guys can expect to see a hard work group that will battle together for 40 minutes. If I were to describe my team in one word, that would be tough. I think we're tough. We've been working so hard every single day, 6 a.m., conditioning, weights, and we are tough together. I always tell my players to be grateful to be here, giving back, and never take anything for granted because tomorrow is not promised. I hope to see you all at the game. Go Monsters!
Welcome back inside KATO Gymnasium. Lee Patterson with you. 1:23 to play first half. Monsters have opened up a 30-point lead against the Park University Buccaneers in the season opener. And to the line to shoot two, DeRay Seamster, 6'3 freshman from Portland, Oregon. Played at Chaminade University during the COVID year. And now the second one up and out, no good by Seamster. but he'll get a steal, lobs it to his brother for the alley-oop, two-handed dunk. Seamster to Seamster, just like they drew it up in the driveway when they were kids. Well, what am I talking about? They're still kids. 1 minute to play here in the first half, 62-29. Into the front court, left side. Finiello with it, drives the baseline, cut off there, lobs it cross court. Three ball on the way is partially blocked by Seamster. Picked up by a goalie into the front court. To Seamster, back to a goalie. Back to Seamster, down low to Van Komen. Van Komen spins, gets to the glass, and nearly stolen away by Finiello, but picked back up by Van Komen, and a foul going to be called on the Buccaneers. I think it should be 10, Finiello. That'll be his second. And to the line to shoot two in the double bonus is Van Komen. Played at Clackamas Community College before coming to Eastern. 6'6" sophomore from Lehigh, Utah. Understand he served a church mission in northern Arizona.
Sang returns for the Monsters.
Theo Sang in back into the Eastern lineup, replacing Rick Wood-Pitt. 44.4 seconds to play in the first half. Eastern leads 63-29. And Van Komen back to the line for his second. That one on the way. That one is good as well. And back into the Eastern lineup will 55, Talbot Camard. Coach Turner trying to find his rotation still. I mean, obviously this is game one, but trying to find a rotation for when the regular season starts. And Talbot Camard going to be called with a foul in the backcourt, his first, but the 10th team foul. And that'll put number 10, Finiello, at the line to shoot a pair for the Buccaneers. 41 seconds until halftime. As we mentioned, we'll go over a complete first half stats recap at the break. First one is good by Finiello. Go over the schedule as well here in this season opener. Second free throw in and out, no good. Sang with the rebound. Off to a goalie. There is a 10-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Seamster into the front court on top to Camard. He'll back it out, gets a screen from Sang, and he'll reset, trying to hold for one shot here, 16 on the shot clock. Works against Hall, goes right, into the lane, back on top to a goalie for three. High off the back iron, no good, and a rebounding foul called underneath against the Monsters. I think it's going to go on Van Komen. Nope, it's going to go on zero. DeRay Seamster, his first. And that will put the Buccaneers at the line in the double bonus. Headed to the line is number 15, Jamail Brown. Monsters lead 64-30 with 16.8 seconds to play in the first half. First one is good by Brown. He'll get one more for the Buccaneers. That one is up and good. 2 for 2 at the line for Jamail Brown. And the Monsters will get the final shot of the first half. 13 seconds to play. Camard worked against Finiello in the backcourt. Goes right, now crosses him over. Top of the key, and he's fouled by Brown on a reach-in. And that will put Camard at the line to shoot two. That'll be the first on Brown. 6'3" freshman from Mesa High School, Mesa, Arizona. First one is in and out, no good. He'll get one more for the Monsters. Camard fires. That one is good for him. Takes a deep breath. 5.3 seconds to play. Brown with it in the backcourt. Loses it at midcourt. Leaves it to Hall. Hall going to fire at the buzzer. Can't draw iron, and we've reached halftime here at Eastern Arizona College with the score. Eastern 65, Park University 32. We'll be back with a look at the stats here at halftime on the EAC YouTube channel.
Hi, my name is Cameron Turner. This is my first season as the men's head basketball coach, but previously I've been coaching the women's program for the last 5 years. Describe my team in one word, it's tenacity. My team is hungry, it's humble, and it's thankful for the opportunity to be here at EAC. They have great energy every day, they're positive, and they're willing to fight for EAC. The small expression I have, my team is to give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift. That's a famous quote from a famous American distance runner, Steve Prefontaine. I can say about it, you got to do your best day in and day out. I want to see all of you there. Come out and see us play. Go Monsters!
Hello, my name is Dre Seamster. I'm from Portland, Oregon, and I'm studying business. Come see the team and I take on Community Christian at 7:30 p.m. November 11th at Jato Gym. Go Monsters!
Oh my.
Welcome back inside KATO Gymnasium. Lee Patterson with you. As we're ready for second half action, let's take a quick rundown of the first half stats for Eastern Arizona College. Rayshawn Seamster, 18 points, 2 points for Roy Bunn, 2 points for Frake Weinolds, 9 points for J.J. White. Theo Sang came in with 14, 12 points for DeRay Seamster off the bench, 4 points for Ryland Van Komen, 4 points for Dallin Morgan, and 1 point for Talbot Camard in the first half. The Monsters shot 68%, 24 of 35. They were 6 of 17 from 3, 35.3%. Just 76.5 from the field, though, or from the free throw line. It'll be Monster basketball to start the second half. They'll go with J.J. White, Theo Sang, Frake Weinolds. White going to fire a three to get things going, and that's his third of the game for J.J. White Jr. Makes it 68-32 Monsters. He almost comes away with a steal, and then Seamster knocks it out of bounds. And there was a buzzer that kind of went off, but that was inadvertent, so it will be Park basketball. Front court left. Jamel Brown to inbound. Kicked out of bounds by Seamster. Let's go back through that starting lineup for the Monsters. It is Roy Bunn, Rayshawn Seamster, Theo Sang, Frake Weinolds, and J.J. White. Bunn only played a couple of minutes in the first half. He got into foul trouble, and Seamster again knocks the ball out of bounds. As Brown having a hard time getting it in. They're going to put 21 seconds on the shot clock. Now Brown tries to inbound again. Gets it into Hall. Hall goes right into the lane against Weinolds. An offensive foul called on Xavier Hall. He lowered his shoulder, pushed off the defender. That'll be the first on Xavier Hall. First team foul of the second half for the Buccaneers. Sang with the basketball right to left into the front court. Leaves it off to Seamster. Thinks about the three. Everything he's got has been at the basket so far. Loses the handle as he tries to dribble through the lane, and he's fouled by 15. Jamel Brown, his second team foul. Non-shooting foul. Eastern will inbound baseline right. White will do the honors. Looking, gets it into Singh. Spins to the basket with the one-handed jam for Theo Sang. One thing for sure, the Monsters can get to the rack this year. Buccaneers with it into the front court to Irving. Irving top of the key against Weinolds. Picks up his dribble, right corner to Brown. Brown drives against Seamster, and a reach-in foul called on Rayshawn, as he was in front of the defender, but he just kind of reached in at an awkward angle, got hit with a foul. First team foul. His first. Check that, his second. Cunningham to inbound, baseline right. Looking, gets it into Hall. Now back to Cunningham, right side. He'll drive, gets a screen. Reverses it against Bunn, gets to the baseline, kicks it into the corner to Brown. Brown comes right, gets into the lane, up and under, too hard. Rebound is loose, and White pulls it down for Eastern. Then poked away in the backcourt by Brown. It will stay with the Monsters. 70-32, Eastern on top, 18:45 to play in the first half. Here of the season opener between Eastern Arizona College and Park University JV. Bunn will sprint it up the right side, gets around the defender, into all the way coast to coast, throws it up, won't go, and pulled down by Crispin. He'll push it into the front court, 2-on-1, leaves it for Irving, and he'll lay it up and in with the right hand. Turnovers leading to fast break points for the Buccaneers, 70-34. And another near steal. Bunn gets it back, though, off to Singh, into the corner to Seamster. He's going to try it from deep, in and out, no good, but the tip in by Theo Sang. At 6'9", if you don't have a body on him, he's going to put it up and in. 72-34. Crispin back the other way, blocked by Sang. Sang will pick it up, brings it into the front court himself. Left side, hands it off to White. White thinks about a long three, takes the long three, in and out, no good. Weinolds with the rebound. Gets it out to Sang. Sang to Bunn, right side into the corner to Seamster. Seamster cross court near side to White. He catches, thinks about the three, gets it to Weinolds on the left block. Backs the defender down, little mini hook shot over his left shoulder, won't go, and pulled down by Brown. Into the hands of Cunningham for the Buccaneers, pushes it into the front court, on top to Hall. Hall fires a long three, good for Xavier Hall.
Hall, three.
72-37 Eastern. In control of this one. Into the front court, Seamster with it right side, on top to Sang. Sang goes left on the dribble, hands it off to Bunn. He'll drive left baseline, gets to the glass, puts it up and in for Roy Bunn. 5'9" freshman, Portland, Oregon, transfer from Academy of the Arts University. Starting point guard this season for the Monsters. Crisbin with the ball left side for the Buccaneers. Loses it at the time stripe, but chases it down. Bunn still in front of him, right side to Irving. He's going to fire a long three, in and out, no good. And White pulls down the rebound. He'll bring it into the front court, left side. Works against Crisbin, on top to Bunn. Leaves it to Weinolds, top of the key. Into the corner to Bunn. Bunn drives the baseline again. Step back from 16, right baseline, no good. And Irving with the rebound for the Buccaneers. He'll push it into the front court, right side, crossover, gets into the lane, and Theo Sang comes through with some authority, and down goes Irving. The foul on Sang will be his first. Into the Eastern lineup will be number 15, Rylan Von Komen, replacing Sang, and back into the Buccaneer lineup, number 25, Daniel Lewis, and number 10, Jacob Finiello. And a whistle away from the inbound. Will be Buccaneer basketball, baseline left, Brown to inbound. Into Finiello in the left corner. He'll try to drive the left baseline. Gets around Bunn, kicks it to Brown in the corner. Brown drives, kicks it back to Irving, left side. He's wide open for a three, can't hit. And Bunn nearly loses the gimme rebound out of bounds, but he chases it down up to White. White stolen away by Lewis in the front court on a lob pass intended for Weinolds. Into the hands of Brown. Brown fires a three, long ways away, draws just net, but that doesn't count. Seamster with the basketball, kicks it up to White near side, sets his feet for a three. Good for J.J. White. So what you're saying is it wasn't a fluke last season for J.J. White. Finiello gets to the line, puts it up and in through traffic for Finiello. That's the fifth made three of the night for J.J. White. Into the front court. On top to Seamster. Seamster, right side to Van Komen. Van Komen on top to Weinolds. Weinolds drives, kicks it to Seamster in the corner. Seamster drives, and he puts it up with a two-handed dunk for Rayshawn Seamster. 79-39, Monsters on top. Finiello into the front court, near side. 15:04 to play in the first half, or in the ball game. Down low, finds it off to Lewis, and he lays it up and in, and he's going to be hit on the way by. Count the basket. The foul will go on 15, Van Komen, 6'6" sophomore from Lehigh, Utah. Into the Eastern lineup will be number 20, Dallin Morgan, and number 55, Talbot Camard. Into the Buccaneer lineup, number 20, Joel Knight, and number 23, Will Morgan. The and one is up, but no good. Camard comes down with the rebound. He'll bring it into the front court, left side to Bunn. Bunn gets a screen, goes left around Finiello, gets to the glass, but he can't hit the shot. He'll be fouled on the way up. The foul will be on 10, Finiello. That is his third. Roy Bunn to the line. The last couple of COVID years has made college rosters interesting because of ages. I mean, Bunn puts the first one up and in. Most of these guys are freshmen, about 20-year-old freshmen, 19-year-old freshmen, 21-year-old sophomores, 23-year-old freshmen, 21-year-old freshmen, 22-year-old sophomores. Just because of COVID years. Everybody's getting more chance to stay around in college basketball. The second one by Bunn is good as well. Into the Eastern lineup, number 0, DeRay Seamster. 81-41, Monsters on top, 14:45 to play in the ball game. Knight brings it into the front court to Lewis, left side to Irving. Irving comes right on the dribble. Works against Morgan way out on top, comes right. Morgan stays with him, still coming right, gets into the lane. Running floater is too hard, and Kamard with the rebound for Eastern. Sprints it into the front court to Bunn. Bunn gets a screen from Von Komen, grits into the lane, down low to Seamster, reverse it, puts it up and in. Nice no-look pass through the lane for Roy Bunn to DeRay Seamster. 83-41. Monsters on top. Morgan into the front court for the Buccaneers. Swings it to Finiello, right corner. Drives the baseline around Kamard, kicks it into the corner. Long three ball is short by Joel Knight, pulled down by Kamard. Into the hands of Bunn. Into the front court, works against Finiello. Comes around a screen, drives the lane to the glass. Bunn can't hit, but a foul going to be called. Roy Bunn really good at getting to the paint and fouled. The foul will go on 23, Will Morgan, his first, and Bunn back to the line. And that's something a lot of point guards aren't comfortable with, is the contact in the paint. But at the collegiate level, if you can go against the big guys and draw contact and a foul in the lane over the length of a season, that's going to be huge. That's going to get you another maybe 25 to 30 points over the season. And Bunn so far in this season opener has been superb at doing that. Bunn's second one is good as well. Timeout called by the Buccaneers. 13:43 to play here in the ball game. 85-41. Eastern on top. We'll be back after this full timeout.
Hi, my name is Cameron Turner. This is my first season as the men's head basketball coach, but previously I've been coaching the women's program for the last 5 years. Describe my team in one word, it's tenacity. My team is hungry, it's humble, and it's thankful for the opportunity to be here at EAC. They have great energy every day, they're positive, and they're willing to fight for EAC. A small expression I have, my team is to give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift. That's a famous quote from a famous American distance runner, Steve Prefontaine. I can say goodbye to you got to do your best day in and day out. I want to see all of you there. Come out and see us play. Go Monsters!
Welcome back inside KATO Gymnasium. Thanks for watching tonight on the EAC Athletics YouTube page. I'd like to thank Omar, who's on the game cam up top, Eddie on the roam cam, Kayla on the scoreboard, and Abby is on moderation tonight. All students here at Eastern Arizona College. Chip Griffin, the technical director tonight. Actually, he's all the directors tonight. He is the boss tonight. 13:37 to play in the game, and a whistle and a foul called at midcourt. It's going to go on number 1, Noah Agoli. That'll be his second. Into the Park lineup, number 14, Mario Vasquez, replacing Lewis. Park basketball at midcourt. Finiello in on top. Stolen away by Seamster for the Monsters. He'll push it into the front court. Backdoor to Van Komen. No look. Van Komen going to have it poked away, but Joel Knight going to be called for the foul. That'll be the second on Knight. It'll be Monster basketball on the non-shooting foul. Baseline left. A goalie will inbound for the Monsters from there. Lobs it in to Morgan. Steps through a double team. Loses the handle, and Knight picks it up. Long outlet pass to Irving. Irving going to miss the dunk on the fast break, and Seamster pulls down the rebound. Lob to Van Komen in the lane. Spins lefty, and he'll put it up and in. Van Komen with his 6th point of the night, and a blocking foul called on the other end. The foul will go on 15. Van Komen will be his second non-shooting foul. It'll be Park University basketball, baseline right. Vasquez to inbound. In on top to Finiello. He's going to fire a long three. Good on the catch and shoot for Finiello. 87-44. Monsters on top. 12:51 to play in the ball game. Morgan with it for Eastern. Right side to Seamster. Seamster comes left. Gets into the lane. Going to go left-handed. Score and one for DeRay Seamster. The hoop and the harm. The foul will go on 10, Finiello. That'll be his fourth. Into the Park University lineup, number 33, James Johnson, replacing Devin Irving. And DeRay Seamster to the line to shoot a pair for the Monsters. First, actually, the and one for the Monsters. He puts it up and in. Vasquez with the basketball in the backcourt. Comes right to Johnson. Johnson spins on the right baseline. Draws a double team. Finds Knight. Pump fake. Knight going to put it up. Fires no good. Van Komen with the rebound for Eastern. Into the hands of Kamard. Talbot Kamard. 6'4" freshman from Mesa. Off to Van Komen. Down to Morgan in the lane. Catches. Double teamed. Spins anyways. Puts it up. And one for Morgan. Count the basket for Dallin Morgan. The foul will go on 33, James Johnson, his first. Dallin Morgan, the 6'9" freshman forward from Salem, Oregon. Monsters have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the state of Oregon that have seen action tonight. Free throw is up and good. Into the Buccaneer lineup. Number 40, Xavier Hall, replacing Joel Knight. 12:13 to play in the game. Eastern leads at 93-44 over Park University JV in the season opener. Finiello with it. Near side to Vasquez. Vasquez back up to Finiello. Finiello drives the lane, leaves it for Hall underneath. Pump fake off the glass, no good. And Morgan comes up with the rebound. Off to Kamard, right side. Goes left on the dribble, spins back right to Seamster. Seamster loses the handle, still loose, gonna get it back, throws a shot up, won't go. Van Komen with the rebound. His follow will go. Circus shot for Rylan Van Komen, and it goes up and in. A near steal on the long pass. Vasquez down low to Hall, blocked by Kamard, but too much contact, and it will be a personal foul against Talbot Kamard. His second. Xavier Hall to the line to shoot two for the Buccaneers. Monsters will be on the road after tonight. They will go to, as Halls is in and out, no good. They will play College of Southern Nevada in Chinle, Arizona at the Wildcat Den on November 9th. They'll be back home November 11th and 12th against Community Christian. Then they'll hit the road to Las Vegas, Nevada, November 17th through the 19th for their final preseason tune-up. The conference season starts November 22nd on the road at Pima College. 3 straight road games for the Monsters at Pima, at Yavapai, and at Phoenix. Yavapai bringing back a program for the first time in several years. Hall's second free throw is good. Then 3 straight at home, Coach East Scottsdale to end the 2022 portion, and then Benedictine to start the 2023 schedule. A goalie with it to Van Komen. He's going to fire a 3, in and out, no good. Cunningham with the rebound for the Buccaneers. He'll bring it into the front court, goes left against Bunn. On top to Johnson. Johnson curls, pump fakes, gets it down low to Hall. Hall dribbles it off of his knee and out of bounds. Turnover back to the Gila Monsters. It will be Jamel Brown and Crispin back into the Buccaneer lineup. Monster basketball, Bunn with it. Comes left on the dribble. On top to Lee Rickwood Pitt, who's back into the lineup. And a 3-second violation called down low against the Monsters. Second one of the night. Eastern making a conscious effort to get into the paint here tonight. It's paid off. 95-45 lead with 10:57 to play in the ball game. Johnson into the front court, pump fakes, leaves it back out on top to Crispin. Crispin going to drive, leaves it underneath, and he got out of bounds. He was out of bounds before he saved it. Turnover back to Eastern Arizona. Coming up next, here after this one, the Eastern Arizona College women will open their season against Park University as well. This year, the ACCAC this is my 22nd year calling ACCAC basketball, and for the first time, the men are playing the early game this year, all season long. Lee Rickwood Pitt in the lane, and he hopped too many times. That'll be a turnover back to Park University. So all season long, conference in the conference as well. The men's games will be at 5:30. Weekday home games at 6 o'clock in the conference here at Eastern Arizona College. And then the women play at 8, weekday home game, 7:30 every other time. Cunningham with the basketball, going to float it into the lane, can't hit, gets his own rebound though, loses the handle, and it on the inline out of bounds. Back to Eastern Arizona College. 10-12 left in this one, 95-45. It was a slow start for the Monsters in the first half, but when they hit the gas, they have not let off yet. Into the front court, Bunn with it on top now to Rickwood Pitt. Pitt goes left on the dribble. Going to drive the lane all the way himself off the glass too hard. Gets his own rebound, reverses it out to Bunn. Bunn drives, elbow jumper on the way. Back iron, no. Rebounded by Van Komen. Van Komen steps through a double team and scores. Nice moves near the basket for the Monsters tonight. Appreciate all of you staying up in Australia to catch this Eastern Arizona season opener. Brown puts up a long jumper. It won't go. Seamster high for the rebound for the Monsters. Sprints it up to Van Komen. Van Komen leaves it right side for a goalie. He'll reverse it off the glass too hard. Rickwood Pitt with the rebound, and he's going to be hit with the traveling violation. He caught it on the ground, but then he rolled, and that is the traveling violation. Back into the Eastern lineup, Frank Weinald replacing Van Komen. We're going to have some cool nicknames for these guys by the end of the season. I can already tell. So some are already coming to my little brain. We'll wait to a conference season to break those out. 9:23 to play in the ball game, 97-45. Monsters on top. Cunningham into the front court, works against Bunn. Out on top. Crossover, step back, 3-ball on the way. No good, but a foul going to be called on Bunn as he ran through Cunningham as he landed. The foul on Bunn will be his third. He picked up 2 early in the first half within the first 3 minutes of the game. Been able to go without 1 until now. But Cunningham to the line to shoot 3 free throws now for the Buccaneers. First free throw too hard for Cunningham. My East Coast Australia experience started in Sydney, went up to Cairns, came down to Toowoomba and Brisbane, and then back to Sydney. So I have a little, very little knowledge of Australian geography, but with this many Australians on the roster, we'll be having some Australian geography throughout the year. That one is up and good by Cunningham. Makes it 97-46. Eastern on top. Seamster into the front court. Right side to a goalie. Now on top to Rickwood Pitt. His entry pass is stolen away by the Buccaneers into the hands of Irving. Tipped at the top. Picked up by Weinald. He'll get it back to Bunn on the sprint into the front court. Leaves it to Rickwood Pitt, and he has it stolen away by Johnson. Hit the deck, and a timeout called by the Monsters. They'll keep the basketball and lose a timeout. 8:47 to play here in the ballgame. 97-46, Monsters lead. We'll be back after this timeout.
Hello, my name is Angelica DePaolo. I'm the head coach for women's basketball. This is my 3rd year here. I was 2 years assistant coach, and now this is going to be my 1st year as the head coach. You guys can expect to see a hard work group that will battle together for 40 minutes. If I were to describe my team in one word, that would be tough. A think we're tough. We've been working so hard every single day, 6 a.m., conditioning, weights, and we are tough together. I always tell my players to be grateful to be here, giving back, and never take anything for granted because tomorrow is not promised. I hope to see you all at the game. Go Monsters!
Eastern basketball after the timeout. Injury pass to Weinolds. Can't hit the jumper, but he's fouled by 23, Will Morgan. That'll be his second. Into the line, Frake Weinolds, 6'8". Gilbert, Netherlands. When you look at his name, it's spelled Freak, F-R-E-E-K, pronounced Frake. And I'm not going to lie, I was a little disappointed that his first name's not Freak when I was introduced to him, because the Dutch Freak would be an awesome nickname. Second free throw on the way. That is short. Johnson pulls it down for the Buccaneers. Into the hands of Crispin. Crispin with the ball, top of the key, works against Bunn. Stolen away by Seamster, top of the key. He's going to try to go coast to coast against Johnson. He can't hit the shot, but he's going to pick up a foul. The foul on Johnson will be his second, and DeRay Seamster at the line. Monster shot in the first half. Just 76.5% from the floor. Eastern had 36 points in the paint of their 67 in the first half, and 20 points off turnovers. Second free throw in and out, no good. Brown with the rebound for Park University. He'll bring it into the front court. He's double teamed there, cross court. Three ball on the way, and good for Will Morgan. 98-49. Eastern on top. Rick Wood-Pitt, top of the key, comes left, and he's fouled on a reach in by Will Morgan.
Foul is on number 20, Knight.
Check that. 20, Joel Knight. His third. And Eastern in the double bonus, so to the line to shoot two will be Lee Rick Wood-Pitt, 6'9" freshman from Busselton, Australia. Back iron, no good. Rick Wood-Pitt will get another. Fires on the way, in and out, no good. Seamster with the rebound. He's going to get another shot because one of the Buccaneers players was in the lane too soon. Eastern will bring Rayshawn Seamster back. Now Rick Wood-Pitt back to the line for one more. Fires that one. That one is short. Rebounded by Seamster. He'll put it back up and in. Man, he is sneakily strong down low, and now he's holding his left hamstring. Hopefully he just caught a knee on that last play. 100-49, Monsters on top, 7:45 to play. Brown gets into the lane, running floaters off the glass and good, and a technical foul called on Brown after making that shot. So a technical foul on 15, that'll be his third. And that'll put J.J. White at the line to shoot the technical foul. First one is up and good. As we mentioned, his sister, Jasmine Singleton, was a point guard on last year's Eastern Arizona women's team. Second free throw rolls off, no good. Theo Sang back into the Eastern lineup, replacing Rick Wood-Pitt. And it will be Buccaneer basketball or Eastern basketball? It will be Eastern basketball, right to left. 7:38 to play in this one. Eastern leads 101-51. Sang will bring it into the front court, right side, leaves it off to Seamster. Seamster goes right baseline on Brown, kicks it into the corner, but nearly stolen away by Cunningham. It will roll out of bounds. It will stay with Eastern. Looks like Rick Wood-Pitt is getting some attention at the training table. Looks like maybe a finger, maybe a little Band-Aid on his finger. J.J. White open for three. Sixth of the night for J.J. White. Going to be a huge addition to this year's Monsters team. Nearly a 50% three-point shooter in conference last year. Into the front court, Will Morgan with it. Out on top to Crispin. He's going to drive the lane, loses the handle, out of bounds. Over to Eastern Arizona College. 7:03 left, 104-51. Monsters on top. Next home game, November 11th for the men. They will take on Community Christian University or College. Sang with the basketball into the front court to White. White going to drive the left baseline. Stolen away by Will Morgan. Into the hands of Cunningham. He's double teamed in the backcourt. Tries to come to the near side, and then Seamster going to be called for the foul. Just a step slow. And that's going to send the Buccaneers to the line to shoot 1 and 1. That'll be the third on Rayshawn Seamster. Into the Eastern lineup, Talbot Camard replacing Roy Bond. We'll talk with head coach Cameron Turner at the conclusion of this game. He'll come up and join us here. First free throw is up and good by Demarion Cunningham. He'll go back to the line for his second. On the way, that one is good as well. 2 for 2 at the line for Cunningham. He's at 104-53. Monsters lead, 6:43 to play. Sang with the basketball in the backcourt, brings it into the front court, leaves it, tries to leave it to White. Can't find him though. He's got to get rid of it, down to 4, and stolen away. To the glass over Camard, and good is Joel Knight for the Buccaneers. 104-55. Camard in the backcourt, gets around Cunningham, leaves it for Sang. Sang in the lane, on top to Seamster. Seamster back to Sang. Sang drives, steps through, gets to the glass, and lays it up and in. Theo Sang felt the defender on his hip, knew he could beat him with the 2 steps, and got to the basket. 106-55. High basketball IQ. Brown for a deep jumper, no good. Sang with the rebound. Off to Camard, right side. Down low to Weinolds. He'll spin to the baseline, goes up for the dunk, and he's fouled. Caught an elbow right in the gut. And then Brown and Weinolds have a little bit of conversation after the collision. That's going to be the second technical on Brown, so he is disqualified. I think it's going to be double technicals. I think Weinolds going to be called with a technical as well, but here is the official call. So here's common foul on 15, so that'll be a foul on Jamel Brown. And a Class A technical foul on Brown and Weinolds. So double technical fouls. That will foul out Jamel Brown, I believe.
Foul is going to be on number 15, Brown. It'll be a technical foul on 15, Brown, and 23, Weinolds. Offsetting penalties, first down.
I'm not sure many caught that, but the PA announcer here said offsetting penalties, first down. So Jamel Brown has been disqualified from this game for 2 technical fouls. He will head to the locker room, and Eastern will go to the line. Theo Sang will shoot the technical free throws, I think. Nope, it's going to be Frank Weinolds.
Weinolds to the line to shoot 2.
He'll shoot his free throws. So 2 shots for Frake Weinolds. I told you, first game of the year, and there's all kinds of stuff happening already. For a first game of the year, there's been a lot of just little things that you don't see in a lot of basketball games, but they've happened here tonight. Weinolds with his first. Irving back into the lineup. And now Weinolds will go back to the line for his second. Second on the way, too hard for Weinolds, pulled down by Irving for the Buccaneers. Quickly to Cunningham into the first front court. He'll go strong to the glass, can't hit, but a foul going to be called on the way up. Cunningham will go to the line to shoot a pair. 107-55, Eastern leads, 5:38 to play. Talbot Camard will pick up his third.
To the line, shooting 2.
And Cunningham to the line. Cunningham tonight, 10 points in the first half, 3 points in the second half, all from the foul line. He's made his last 3 from there. Make it 4 as he drains that one. Back into the Park University lineup, 23, Will Morgan. Back into the Eastern lineup is 34, Lee Rickwood Pitt.
Morgan into the lineup for the Bucks.
Cunningham's next is up and good. He's made 5 in a row from the foul line for the Buccaneers. 107-57, Eastern on top with 5:33 to play. Camard into the front court and throws it away. The officials say Irving touched it, but then the weak side of it, the other side official said, no, I don't think he did. So they turned it back over to Park University. 5:28 to play, 107-57 Monsters cruising here to their first win of the 2022-2023 season. Finello with it, stolen away by Seamster. Here comes showtime. Rayshawn Seamster with the scoop in the score, 109-57. Long jumper left side, up and good, just a 2 for Crispin. 109-57. Monsters on top. Sang with the basketball into the front court. Leaves it for Camard. Holds it out on the left side, on top to Rickwood Pitt. Spins with it, goes right to Sang. Sang will hand it off into the corner to Camard. He's going to fire a 3, in and out, no good. Rickwood Pitt high for the rebound. Leaves it for Seamster. Seamster on top to J.J. White for another 3, in and out, no good. But Sang with a one-handed putback for Theo Sang. 111-59, Eastern on top. Athletic bigs here for the Monsters this season. Into the lane, Crispin turns and fires to Cunningham. Reverse layup is short. Camard with the rebound. Spins at the time stripe, stolen away by Crispin, and he goes up and over the basketball and out of bounds. Landed on top of the basketball. That is more painful than one realizes. 4:06 to play, 111-59 Monsters on top here, season opener. Thanks for joining us on the Eastern Arizona Athletics YouTube page. We'll be here all season long. All home games will be streamed in this one. A long pass by Camard, stolen by Irving, gets to the glass and lays it up and in. 111-61. Camard will trot it into the front court. Down low to Rickwood Pitt. Lobs it back to Seamster, and he'll lay it up and in. He got it too much underneath the basket. He couldn't go up and dunk it, so he just laid it up and in, 113-61. Monsters dominating points in the paint here tonight. I think that's going to be a theme this year going forward for the Monsters. They've got guys that can score in the paint this year. 3:19 to play, 113-61. Monsters on top. Crispin spins in the lane, can't hit. White with the rebound. Gets to the top of the key. Leaves it right side to Camard. Chases it down. And it will be Eastern basketball. Timeout called by Eastern Arizona College. 3:05 to play in the ballgame. Eastern 113. Park University JV 61. Back to KATO in 60 seconds.
Hello, my name is Gilbert. I'm from Portland, Oregon, and I'm studying business. Come see the team and I take on Community Christian at 7:30 p.m. November 11th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters!
Hello, my name is Angelica Paul. I'm the head coach for women's basketball. This is my third year here. I was 2 years assistant coach, and now this is going to be my first year as the head coach. You guys can expect to see a hard work group that will battle together for 40 minutes. If I were to describe my team in one word, that would be tough. I think we're tough. We've been working so hard every single day, 6 a.m., conditioning, weights, and we are tough together. I always tell my players to be grateful to be here, giving back, and never take anything for granted because tomorrow is not promised. I hope to see you all at the game. Go Monsters!
A quick two-point jumper for Jamison Crispin for Park University. Gives them 2 more points. 113-63, Sang into the front court. He's trapped near side. Gets it to Seamster, left side, to his brother in the lane, up under. No good, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Seamster hacked in the act. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
The foul will go on 21, Jamison Crispin. And another timeout called by Eastern Arizona College. We'll keep it right here, though. We'll look at the Eastern Arizona College schedule, which we've tried to do several times tonight. But so tonight, the season opener against Park University. On November 9th, the men's team heads to Chinle, Arizona to take on College of Southern Nevada before coming home on the 11th and the 12th to take on Community Christian College. Then they'll head to the Southern Nevada tournament November 17th through the 19th. 3 straight on the road to start the conference season at Pima, at Yavapai, at Phoenix. They'll have next home game, first conference home game will be December 7th against Cochise College at 6 o'clock. Then they'll be on the road or home against Scottsdale on the Saturday the 10th. That'll end the 2022 portion. They'll get a exhibition game against Benedictine January 2nd before heading to Mesa and South Mountain. And then coming home for Glendale and Western January 11th and 14th. DeRay Seamster at the line for the Monsters to shoot 2. His first one is up and good. 114-63. Eastern on top. Rylan Van Komen back into the lineup, replacing Lee Rickwood Pitt. And now Seamster back to the line. Shoots his second. In and out, no good. Finiello with the rebound. 2:40 remaining in this one. Eastern 114-63 over Park University JV. Crispin goes right, and he's going to be fouled on the way by DeRay Seamster, I believe it is. Be the second on DeRay Seamster. That'll put Crispin at the line to shoot 2. Both teams in the double bonus, the remaining 2.5 minutes of this one. As we mentioned earlier, the Eastern Arizona College women in action right after this one. Crispin's first one up and good. He'll get one more. Fires. That one rolls in as well for Crispin. Dallin Morgan with the inbounds to Seamster, near side to Noah Agoli. He'll drive the left baseline, cut off there to Van Komen. Cross court to Seamster. He'll bank it out with 20 to shoot. Right side to Bunn, who's checked back in. Gets a screen from Morgan. Draws the double team back to Morgan in the corner. Stolen away by Irving. Long pass. Picked up by Crispin. He's going to go the distance, and he'll dunk it home. One-handed. A little bit sloppy here late for the Monsters. When we talk to Cam Turner after the game, I'm sure that's going to be one of the things he's going to talk about is how they've got to finish strong, even in games like this. Van Komen with the basketball. 114-67, Eastern on top. Off to a goalie. Double teamed on the right angle. Comes left. Bump there, no whistle. Keeps coming left into the corner to Bunn. Down low to Morgan. Morgan back to Agoli. Wide open for a 3. Buries it. Inside out to Noah Agoli, the 6'1 freshman from Oregon. 117-67, 96 seconds to play. Cunningham, coast to coast, can't hit. DeRay Seamster with the rebound for the Monsters. Leaves it off to a goalie. A goalie near side to Bunn. Bunn back to a goalie. Swings it around to Seamster. Just kind of hang out, run some shot clock. A goalie wants to fire another one in and out, no good. Rebounded by Cunningham. Here comes Park on the run. Into the lane. Cunningham blocked by a goalie, but a foul going to be called on DeRay Seamster. Nope, check that. Number 1, Noah Agoli. That'll be his third. Must have been with the body because the goalie got the basketball up top. 1:11 to play. 117-67 Eastern coasting in this one. Cunningham's first free throw is good. After he missed his first 3 of the second half, he missed his first 2, but then he's been golden from the line. Free throw is up and good. 117-69, Gila Monsters on top. 1:08 to play in this one. Monsters will move to 1-0. Park University JV will fall to 0-1. Morgan with the ball left corner on top to a goalie. Now to Van Komen. Reverses it right side to Seamster. Under a minute now. Right corner to Bunn. Bunn comes left, drives the lane, lobs it to a goalie. He can not handle it cleanly. Off to Van Komen. His shot off the front of the iron. Finiello to the line. Up to Crispin, who shows off his athletic ability on the one-handed dunk. About a 7-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Bunn into the front court to a goalie. Back on top to Seamster now between the circles. Back to a goalie. He'll come left on the dribble. Swings it across near side to Bunn. In the lane to Van Komen. Down to Morgan. Pump fake. Power dribble. Puts it up and in for Morgan. 119-71. 15 seconds to play. Crispin into the front court. Lobs it cross court. Stolen away by Bunn, and that'll do it. 8 seconds to Van Komen. And coach is not going to let him dunk it. Final score here at Eastern Arizona College. Eastern 119, Park University 71. We'll talk with Eastern Arizona College head coach Cameron Turner when we return.
Hey coach, you just saw the new Gila Hank. What do you think?
Oh, I loved it. It's fierce.
Hey guys, check it out, guys. I got the new Gila Hank here.
Really?
Check it out.
Oh wow, this new Gila Hank?
That's so sick. That's amazing. That's fire.
He looks like he's ready to fight.
It's modern, it's new, you can do lots of different things with it. I love it.
Good morning, Janae.
Lori, what brings you here?
I stopped by because I wanted to show you the new Gila Hank.
Oh, wow.
Looks like Godzilla. I love it. It's a great day to be a monster.
Oh, look at that. He's ultra modern.
Hey guys, I want to show you the new Gila Hank here. What do you think?
Fierce and modern.
Looks good. That's nice.
Go Monsters.
Yeah, go Monsters.
Go Monsters.
Go Monsters.
Go Monsters.
Hello, my name is Angelica DePaolo. I'm the head coach for women's basketball. This is my third year here. I was 2 years assistant coach, and now this is going to be my first year as the head coach. You guys can expect to see a hard work group that will battle together for 40 minutes. If I were to describe my team in one word, that would be tough. I think we're tough. We've been working so hard every single day, 6 a.m., conditioning, weights, and we are tough together. I always tell my players to be grateful to be here, giving back, and never take anything for granted because tomorrow is not promised. I hope to see you all at the game. Go Monsters!
Hi, my name is Cameron Turner. This is my first season as the men's head basketball coach, but previously I've been coaching the women's program for the last 5 years. Describe my team in one word, it's tenacity. My team is hungry, it's humble, and it's thankful for the opportunity to be here at EAC. They have great energy every day, they're positive, and they're willing to fight for EAC. A small expression I have, my team is to give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift. That's a famous quote from a famous American distance runner, Steve Prefontaine. I just think about it is you got to do your best day in and day out. I want to see all of you there. Come out and see us play. Go Monsters!
Welcome back inside here at KATO Gymnasium, joined now by Eastern Arizona College head coach Cameron Turner. Want to know, as the men's coach, just a generic question off the top, your feelings after game one, your team came out just a little slow to start, offensively got going a little bit, showed some things, but then a game stretches out at the end, it gets a little sloppy, but where are you at after game one?
Perfect game, but hey, it's November 1, so I don't expect it to be perfect right now. Definitely things to work on defensively. That's kind of what I always hung my hat on. I want to be able to stop people and transition into the half court. But we had 25 assists. That means off of 42 makes. That means we're really sharing the ball and moving it around. Got a little sloppy at the end. I got a lot of freshmen here. First time, college action. I get it. They're gonna have jitters in there. So. Just things we got film now we can work on and get better in practice before we play again next week.
You had Rayshawn Seamster finish with 25, Theo Singh with 20, 19 for J.J. White, 17 for DeRay Seamster off the bench. Rylan Van Komen finishes with 10 in double digits off the bench as well. The first thing, this is the first time I've seen your guys. I mean, you've been telling me about this class since you moved over to the men's side from the women's side, and athletic and long is my first two adjectives for your team. Where do you feel this team is? I mean, you've been on the women's side for a while. Your background's on men's side, though, but you've seen the men's league for the same amount of time you've been in the women's side. Where do you feel this team is and can be?
We're going to compete every game. We're always, we got a little dog in us, so we're going to fight. We just got to, get a good rotation. Kind of don't have that set yet. Roles are still trying to be defined 100%. But, hey, we're going to be in every fight, every game to fight, because that's just me. I'm not going to allow them not to fight. So, and we work on that in practice. Every drill we do in practice has a winner and a loser, because they got to get used to that mentality, being so young.
Yeah, definitely. And another thing you did tonight, 61 rebounds. You out-rebounded them 61 to 28. And I felt like if you guys got the ball in the paint, you had the offensive skills to score the basketball. I mean, it's going to be tough for teams, even in the conference season, if you guys get the ball that deep. They're going to have a tough time stopping you guys.
That's where our length comes in. That, we're just across the board. We're just a long team. I liked that when I was on the women's side. I wanted to continue that.
And I think, obviously, like you said, game one, a lot of these guys' first collegiate game, some obviously here, but you go on the road now, November 9th. You get a little bit of a break. You go on the road, College of Southern Nevada up in Chinle, November 9th before coming back home. But it's a long conference season. It starts November 22nd. It's going to be here before we know it. So what is your goal with these preseason games?
Well, just to try to get a little bit better, because it's such a marathon. Hey, I thought we did some things well. I thought things that we got to improve on. So now we go back to the drawing board and clean that up. And it's just step by step. It's that marathon. We're preparing for March. We're not preparing for to win right now, because it's such a long season. We just got to get a little bit better, and a little bit better. So that's what I'm going to talk to them here. Once we're done here. But I'm not disappointed. I'm pleased. So now my goal is to, don't let them get a big head, because people are going to pat them on the back, and we had so many dunks and all that stuff. That's cool and all, that's fun, but we want to win championships here. I want to have a high standard. Right. I want to continue what I started on the women's side and transition to the men's.
Well, it's step one, and it was an impressive step one tonight. So congratulations, Coach, on win number one on the men's side, and we'll see. I won't see you again until November 22nd, but good luck the rest of the preseason, and then we'll kick it off AC action on the 22nd.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. So next week, unique game. We're going to Chinle, Arizona. We're going to play up there in their arena against Southern Nevada. So if you guys are up around that neck of the woods, check us out. It's just a unique setting.
It will be the biggest arena you play in until the national championship, until Hutchinson. I've called a game from the Wildcat Den. It is an impressive facility, seats 10,000. And you forget you're in the middle of nowhere, Navajo Reservation, when you're inside the Wildcat Den. You guys will have a good time up there.
I'm big on that. having experiences, because ultimately that's what's going to matter. They're going to remember playing in this unique setting. They probably won't remember what the score of the game is in a week, but they're going to remember the travel and the experience. So I'm excited for that opportunity for the guys.
Yeah, no, that'll be a good time for you guys against a Southern Nevada team. It'll be a good game. I mean, it should be fun for you guys. That is head coach Cam Turner. That'll do it for us here at Eastern Arizona College. Eastern wins at 119-71. They move to 1-0, and they'll be on the road November 9th. We'll see you next time when we see you. Thanks for joining us. Good night.
Thank you.